Hi y'all, Jeff here with the Idiot Car Guys. Well, as you can see, there's a little bit of work been going on with this 1970 VW Beetle. And and my wife, and I can take the camera off the stand and show you the interior, but you know, I showed you the door panel on the driver's side in the first video, but we're actually going to try and test start this car right now. Now, I did put a battery on it and hit the key a little bit last night, but I'm actually going to go and try and see if it'll test start, if it'll actually start. If not, then I'm going to do a couple little things, like maybe change the fuel filter, you know, check a couple of things on the, you know, see if we got gas coming up there. Now, I put about a gallon of gas in it, and I'll put, in fact, I'm going to put a little bit more in right now. And that way we've got some gas in it. Let's see here. Oh yeah, we got to open the fuel door, and it's right here inside the glove box someplace. Oh no, it's underneath. It's underneath the glove box. So, and when we tested this last night, opened up the gas can, notice there was not much smell as far as, you know, that varnish smell that you get when gas has been sitting around. So that's a good indication that it was probably completely out of fuel, but now there's probably some varnish on the bottom of the tank and whatnot. But we're going to see what's going to take place, you know, see how this reacts. So I'm putting about a gallon's worth of gas in it. We got a little gas, and it's a 2-gallon can. Put about a gallon in last night, putting about a gallon in tonight, just so it, you know, it's there. And then we're going to jump in and give it a try. Probably. Yeah, let's just go ahead. Go ahead and fill it back up here. Now there's a few things that, you know, need to be attended to. You know, we talked about the rubber seals and things like that. Looks like I got a little piece of chrome molding there on this side that has come out of the hole. You know, the little mounting holes. You know, we'll attend to that at some point. You know, I'm going to give it a good buff job, you know, get it detail it up a little bit. Now, my wife did a pretty good job of cleaning the interior, floorboards and whatnot. And I was thinking, and I'd like the opinion of all of you, was thinking about getting a can of that Flex Seal spray sealant and putting that, you know, just spray a light coat of it on the floorboards just to help protect it and actually seal any holes. And Lynn thought about doing it underneath. So that's a good comment or a good topic for discussion. So you can put that down in the comments. So, and by the way, this video is going to be a multi-part video. So here we go with, we're going to go ahead and do a quick test start and see what happens. Okay, so it appears that that's not going to, obviously it's not starting. I can smell a little fuel up here. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to pause the video for a minute and go grab some tools. And I'm going to change the fuel filter. So I happen to have one, and I've got some hose clamps. Went and bought some new hose, and I'm just actually going to change this out and see if we can get, maybe there's not fuel getting up into the carburetor. So pause the video for a second here while I go and grab some tools. All right, and we're back. So right here is the existing fuel filter. So I'm going to replace this hose and that fuel filter with a new one, just to be on the safe side. And yep, here I got fuel coming through the pump, so we see the pump's working. And by the way, folks, of course you can't tell it on the camera, starting to get that varnish smell. So that's telling me, okay, so adding that extra fuel probably indicates that we got some bad fuel in the tank. But this doesn't smell too bad. So I'm going to put, those are pretty big clamps. I'm going to actually put, cut this hose here. We'll mark this about like that. Now there's fuel pouring. Whoops, now I got fuel sitting there going on to the distributor. I'm going to have to get, well, there's fuel coming out of the carburetor. So it tells me we are getting fuel up in the carburetor because that just drained out. So it's getting through the filter. I'm going to have to clean that up before we try and fire it up again. Would hate to have a fire on this engine and haven't even got it put all back together. Wife would be kind of mad. So let's go ahead and get this, grab a hose clamp here out of my pocket. And slide it on here. Let's just double check. Yep, I'm all the way on. Come on. Snug you down real good. Alright, let's grab the new filter. And let's just double check. Flow should be going up. So we'll put this on here. Made that a little long. Yeah, that's just a little long. Don't have to be quite that long. Cut this off just a little bit more. Alright. This up here. Looks like this. That way we can see fuel flow when we're actually pushing fuel up there. Alright, and lastly, this one appears that is doesn't have a hose clamp on it. And it's on a metal fuel filter. That's a compression fitted one. I'm just going to cut it for now because I've got more fuel hose. And then we'll just slide this on because it's compression fitted. Expansion. Alright, so now we got that on there. You grab, where's my box of towels? There they are. Kind of dry this up a little bit. Alright, let's dry these wires up a little bit. Well, there's going to be another issue. I can almost see that. So we've got plug wires, and they're very loose in the cap. So I did order today distributor cap and rotor, and the distributor cap, rotor, condenser, and the point. So if we're getting fuel up in here, which it almost appears that we are, then the next thing is going to be spark. And so when the cap and rotor and so forth come in, I may just see if I can get a set of spark plug wires too, and we'll just start with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and try and start it. I'm gonna leave the camera right where it's at. Let's see if this makes any difference, and you'll be able to see once we get some fuel up in there. Also, hopefully nothing catastrophic happens, but let's see what happens. Okay, here we go. Well, let's see what we got here. Do we get fuel up in the fuel filter? And we are. So we're getting past there. So, folks, I can push, spray a little ether in there possibly, but I'm just wondering now if we got a problem right here. What I can do is I can take the distributor cap off, and you could tell me, and my wife is standing behind, but she doesn't want to be on camera, but she could actually tell me if the rotor's actually oh shoot. Let's take a peek at that. Actually, that rotor doesn't look too bad. Let's look at the cap. Heck, this cap looks fairly new. Huh. Yeah, that looks in really pretty good shape. I wonder if the condenser or the points, let's see, are the points. Now, I haven't worked on one of these in a long, long time. Looks like we've got, So the other thing that can be a problem over time is the ignition coil. A lot of times your ignition coil will go bad just by sitting, because it needs to actually be pushing the electricity through. Now there's also some wires and things that are, Well, wait a minute. Hold the phone here. Hold the phone. Let's take a look. We got a fuse here. Let's see. That fuse is good. So we'll put that back together. I'm probably going to change that out to a blade fuse and clean up the connections and so forth. I don't know what that fuse is for, but it is going to the coil. Let's see here. Yeah, the contacts on the coil, they're a little rusty too. So, and it's not even, the top bolt's not even, it's not even there. So chances are I'm gonna see if my wife, she can go in the car and crank. Oh, there's the plug wire just came off. Yeah, I have a feeling new plugs, plug wires, cap, rotor are going to be definitely in order, because these plug wires aren't staying on the cap. But if I could have my wife go around, if she doesn't want to be on camera, and sneak into the car and just give it a quick crank around, I just want to see if this rotor turns. You can go around the other way if you want. I'll get this camera just a little closer. Just give it a quick crank. We don't have to go go too much. I just want to see if this rotor turns. Yep, we're good. Okay, so we know the distributor's working. Oh, I didn't even look to see if the points were opening. Go ahead and hit it again. I see another problem. So I'm gonna have to readjust the points too. So that could be another issue. And so, because I didn't see them opening, and so what the points do when it opens and closes. When it closes, that's when it's making contact in order for the rotor to take the current from the coil to that particular cylinder. So those, my dad had taught me how to do those kind of a by feel kind of thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause the video. We'll come back to it, and we'll pick up some of the other troubleshooting. I want to actually do a little point adjustment here and see if that doesn't do anything. But I'm gonna bet you a new coil, cap, rotor, plug wires. I even bought plugs today because I had them. Put those in, and we might have a motor that'll actually fire. So more to come.